Hi guys, today is May 28th, 2020 and futures are pointing to a higher open as weekly jobless claims came in at 2.12 million versus 2.05 million expected. Pretty much a flat number, and first quarter GDP dropped 5% versus 4.8% drop expected. So also a pretty flat number, but a little bit worse than expected, but futures still pointing higher as people are expecting opening of the reopen of the U.S. economy. So let's jump to SPY, ETF for S&P 500, and I'm still looking at this ascending triangle. As you can see, the S&P is going higher. Looks like as ascending triangle is a very bullish pattern that I identified a couple of weeks ago, actually, and despite all the numbers, and despite S&P 500 sitting at like 22 PE, it still looks like going higher. So let's jump to corporate news, and so let's start with Tractor Supply. Tractor Supply reported pretty good numbers, I think yesterday. It's a retail chain of stores that offers products for home improvement, agriculture, lawn, garden, and they said that it expects record-breaking sales. Comp store sales also they expect to grow 20 to 25%. That's really good numbers from Tractor Supply, and the stock jumped yesterday a lot. So I would like it to come down a little bit to buy it, but very good numbers from Tractor Supply, very strong numbers, and this is the company on my watch list. If it drops, I will be willing to buy this. Okay, so Boeing reported that they have restarted the production of 737 MAX, which is big news for Boeing, actually, is because, as you know, Boeing was dogged by production delays of starting 737 MAX because of the previous crashes, and FDA was trying to approve this plane for, I don't know, for a year or so. So now they're restarting their production, and the stock is jumping pre-market, but I don't know if I want to buy Boeing at this prices. I mean, it looks like it's going higher, but I'm actually one of the people who wants, I mean, I own shares, but I want to sell it if it goes like closer to 160 area. I will be willing to sell Boeing. Okay, because too many issues, macroeconomic issues with Boeing, and it's a dangerous stock to hold. Okay, BZZA. Papa John's. Okay, Papa John's reported comparable store sales jump 33.5%, and that's pretty good numbers for Papa John's. I mean, I think it's trading a little bit too high for me to get in right now, but closer to $70, I would be willing to jump into Papa John's. Okay, so Tesla reported that they have slashed prices by 6% in the US, and I don't know due to what people are saying, that this is due to the demand. I don't think demand is a problem. I think they just wanted to slash the prices to be more compatible in this environment, but I think they have a backlog of orders they need to fulfill. So Tesla looks like it's dropping, and by the way, I will have a piece on Tesla, a video on Tesla tomorrow sometime in the afternoon. Check it out, and I will be talking about the bull and bear case for Tesla and whether Tesla is going higher or lower. Okay, so check it out tomorrow. Okay, the next stock on my list is staying with the electric vehicles theme, is NIO. Okay, so NIO reported mixed results. Earnings per share loss was less than expected, actually. Came in at 22 cents versus 26 cents expected loss. But revenue missed the expectations. Cash position was sitting at 388 million. And but on the conference call, they said that they're talking up the stock, and they said that they're expecting a strong delivery numbers in Q2. So I mean, I'm not. I think it's not a bad idea to buy in NIO, but closer to under $4 would be a good opportunity to get into NIO, even lower than that. But in general, not so bad numbers, but not such great numbers from NIO. Okay, so under $4, I think like 380, 390. I think I will be willing to maybe establish a small position in NIO. Okay, the next company on my list is FRPT, Freshpet. Okay, so Freshpet was initiated by Jeffries with the price target of 86. It's a pet food product company, and it's been rising a lot lately, and it's pretty high, but still it's a good company to get in and to be in this environment. Okay, another company in this space that I really like is Chewy. Stock symbol CHWY, and Chewy is going to report numbers, earnings on June 9th. So that's a good company to watch and maybe a good company to get in before the earnings. Okay, so next company is Sensata Tech Holdings. Sensata Technologies. So it's a company that manufactures sensors for different industries such as HVAC, automobile, and so on. Morgan Stanley upgraded it from underweight to equal weight, and that's a really interesting company to get in. It looks like it has a very good technical setup, and I think it's a good company to buy right now. Stock symbol ST. Okay, next company is DSGX. DSGX, the Descartes Systems Group. Okay, Descartes, it's a Canadian tech company that specializes in logistics software, supply management software, cloud-based services for logistics. So Canaccord reiterates a buy on this company with the price target raised from $45 to $50. I think it's a very interesting company. I mean, it's trading very high. I think it had a big run up, but in general, very interesting company. This is the time for them to be making money, actually, because the businesses are starting a lot of logistics demand right now, and I think it could be a pretty good buy in my opinion. Stock symbol DSGX. Okay. Royal Bank of Canada. Royal Bank of Canada reported yesterday lower than Wall Street expected numbers, said it had to increase provisions for credit losses to 2.83 billion Canadian. That's about 2 billion in US. But it declared a pretty healthy dividend of $8 per share, and actually I like this company. I mean, it had a big run up in the last couple of days, but still I think it may be going higher. So with the dividend like standing at about 6.5% for the stock, I think it's not a bad buy in my opinion. Okay, Toll Brothers reported very good numbers actually. EPS came in at 59 cents versus 42 cents expected. Sales were pretty much flat, but all these builder companies, they are trading very high right now in my opinion. I mean, companies like Lennar and BZH and DHI, they're all trading like with RSI like close to 75, 76. So I told you a couple of videos ago maybe that builder companies are a buy, and they were a buy like a week ago, but right now I would want to wait for them to come down a little bit to buy them, okay, because they ran up too much. Okay, another company that I want to talk about is SMTC. Company called Semtech Corporation. Okay, Semtech is the supplier of analog and mixed signal semiconductors and advanced algorithms for consumers and enterprise computing. It reported a beat on EPS and revenue, gave forecasts higher than analyst expectations. It's a really good company, opening higher pre-market, but actually very interested in this company to trade it. If it comes down a little bit after you open, maybe it's a good opportunity to get in. Generally, actually, I see a big shift into people buying like beaten down stocks like leisure and travel stocks, and selling some tech stocks. And I think, in my opinion, it's a mistake. I think tech stocks, that stay-at-home stocks, could be bought. It's an opportunity to buy them on this sell-off, and actually, if the leisure and travel stocks go up too much, it's an opportunity to short them, actually, in my opinion. Okay, the next company that I wanted to talk to you about is SPTN. Okay, SPTN, Spartan Nash, is an American food distributor and grocery store retailer. Reported great numbers actually yesterday: 67 cents versus 47 estimated. Revenue beat, raised the full year guidance, and declared 19 cents quarterly dividend. It's trading a little bit high. It's opening higher, but if it comes down a little bit closer to $20, it could be a good opportunity to get into the stock. Okay, so Moderna. A lot of people are asking me about Moderna, and this stock is trading higher today, but it came down like 35% since it disclosed its phase 1 trial results, and as you remember, it jumped 20%, then it came down a lot. So because people were questioning the results, and also the insider sales were during this period, and actually the insider sales, I looked at them and they were all pre-planned. So I don't know why people are freaking out about that, and but in general, the results of the phase 1, I was also encouraged, but because people are focusing on 8 cases of neutralizing antibodies that were developed, and there were 45 people injected, so only 8 cases they say, but actually the rest of the people that were injected developed binding antibodies, and yeah, you can look it up. I don't want to spend time on it, but binding antibodies is really good news, as well as the neutralizing antibodies. Neutralizing are neutralizing the infection immediately, but binding are pointing to immune system, which cells to kill, basically, which cells are infected. So Moderna, in my opinion, is a buy at these prices, low 50s. Okay, so a couple of companies, like airline companies, said that AAL planning to cut management and support staff by 30%, and DAL also said, Delta, that they will announce details of the 2 voluntary job reduction programs today. Okay, so these 2 stocks are a little bit lower pre-market, but I think Delta, in my opinion, is a much better buy than AAL. Okay, another company that reported today that's jumping a lot pre-market is Workday. So Workday reported not so good numbers, actually missed by 4 cents, but revenue came in above, and the big thing is that they announced the partnership with the Salesforce.com. That's the news that stock is jumping on, and actually not a bad buy, in my opinion, of Workday. If it comes down after the open, it could be a good opportunity to get in. Alright, that's it, guys. That's the wrap for today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out the video tomorrow on the Tesla. And I see you on Monday on my weekly update. Okay,